When you have a growing family of 2+ kids, little sedans and compact SUVs aren't going to cut it anymore. We need to move up to a midsize at the least. One great choice is the Ford Explorer. Hi, this is Joe from Way Scarff Ford Isuzu, and today we're going to talk about this 2022 Ford Explorer XLT. Let's dive in. The Ford Explorer is a midsize crossover SUV. And why do they call it a crossover SUV? Because the Explorer is no longer built on rugged body and frame truck-based construction. Back in the day, pretty much all the SUVs, big and small, were built on a frame, like trucks have always been. But somewhere along the lines, the car manufacturers had a bright idea. They're like, well, wait a second. You know, most people who buy these things, they're not going heavy-duty off-roading, they're not rock crawling, they're not towing 10,000 pounds. So it's a little bit overkill to have these things built on truck frames. They're driving like trucks, they're heavy like trucks. Why not build them more like a car with a SUV body on the outside? And that's what they've done. And they're a huge success, whether you know you're driving one or not. More people are buying crossover SUVs in the United States than ever. It's a fantastic idea. So even though it looks kind of truckish, it's built a lot more like a car using unibody. But don't get me wrong, I still capable of doing light off-roading. When properly equipped, you can also tow up to 5,600 pounds with the Explorer. Obviously, if you need more towing ability, then move up to the Expedition that's built on a truck frame. But these things, they have excellent driving dynamics, fuel efficient, they're more fuel efficient, they handle and drive a lot more like a car, they're quieter. Those are all the benefits to moving to unibody architecture. But the Explorer has another trick up its sleeve. Most of the car-based crossovers, like the Toyota Highlander, the Nissan Pathfinder, the Hyundai Palisade, the Kia Telluride, the GMC Acadia, I'm sure are missing more. They are all built on front-wheel drive based platforms. Yes, they are available with all-wheel drive, or you can call it four-wheel drive. The Explorer is not actually built on a front-wheel drive platform. It's built on a rear-wheel drive platform. Actually, it used to be, but in 2020, Ford switched back to a rear-wheel drive platform on the Explorer. You can get these with all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive, whatever you want to call it, like this one, but the primary drive wheels are the rear wheels. So that improves the balance of the vehicle, improves the handling. When you have a front-wheel drive vehicle, everything is just kind of compressed into the front of the vehicle. You have the engine, then you have the transmission next to the engine, so it's very nose heavy. The wheels are doing a lot of work. They're doing the majority of the braking, the steering, they're putting the power to the ground. Not quite as balanced, but having that unibody having that front-wheel drive platform frees up more interior space because you don't have big drive shafts going through the middle of the vehicle. It's generally cheaper to construct, but the drawback is that it's going to take away from handling and performance. So Ford switched back to the rear-wheel drive platform. So